Hey everyone, welcome to CodeFlex. Today's topic for discussion is Predicate functional interface, which is part of Java 8. So, what is a functional interface? Functional interface is that interface which has exactly one abstract method in it. Here, Predicate is a predefined functional interface which is part of Java 8 and it is found under Java util function package. So, it has one abstract method in it which is called test. So where in which conditions do we use predicate interface, functional interface? So let us say you have a condition, you want to check whether the length of a string given name, okay, is greater than 5. You want to check whether the number is divisible by 10. You want to check whether any kind of condition. You want to check age of a person is greater than 30. You want to print that. Okay, so in that you want to check those conditions and you want to return a boolean value to that. So in those cases we use a predicate functional interface. So you can see the return type is always a boolean. So let me go to the code and I'll teach you how to, in which all conditions you can use it. Here I'm taking an example. I'm trying to check a given number is divisible by 2. Exactly, it should be divided by 2. So how do we do that typically? We take a number, we divide by 2, and we check it, the divisible number is equal to 0. If it is 0, we say it as true, or else we say it as false. So if I ask you to do write it in predicate, how do we do that? I'll show you how can we do that. You can see what is the type we are trying to evaluate here. What is the data type? It is an integer, right? So as per the Java docs on predicate takes one argument, okay, of type T, okay, it for reference creation. Let me go over here. I'll say predicate, integer, I'll say int predicate. Now which is that abstract method you want to call? That is test. It takes a parameter of type integer over here in our case. Let me start with this. Now I'll take it as n. I'll check the same condition whatever we have over here. I'll pass this here. So we have a lambda expression ready. What it does is it takes a number n of argument type n. Okay, it checks whether it is divisible by 2. Okay, I need to check the condition. How do I do that? In predicate dot test number SOP. Fine. Now let me assign this to a variable, the result type, and I'll try to print it over here. So it gives false because 11 is not divisible by 2. If I give 10, it should give me true. So you can see I got true. See, this is how we evaluate a condition using a test method. Assume you have one more condition to check. The condition is like, you want to check a given number is greater than 5. How do you do that? We will write one more predicate. I'll copy paste this to save our time. I'll say an n should be greater than 5. Okay. We have another predicate function ready, but you are asked to club both the conditions. You have to combine both the conditions. How can you do that? You have to say that 10 should be divisible by 2 and also it should be greater than 5. You should give me one single boolean value. How can you do that? So in predicate there is a concept called chaining. In chaining you can use logical operators like and, negate and or. Okay. So as per the condition, I want to check the number is divisible by 2. Also, it should be greater than 5. How can it do that? I can do in a very simple way. I have created a predicate which checks number is divisible by 2. I have second predicate where number is greater than 5. I will do a chaining using a logical and operator and okay, predicate 2. So here if you go to the documentation, as here it says pass one more predicate as an argument over here. So what we are doing on a predicate, we are passing and we are chaining it with predicate 2 and we are calling a test condition and we are passing this number and now we are printing the value. Now if I print this, you can see I'll get it as true because 10 is divisible by 2 and 10 is greater than 5. What if I pass it over 11 over here? So one of the condition is failing. First condition here it is failing. It is not divisible by 2. So in this case it will give me false. Okay. Now here, so we have covered the AND, okay, chaining through AND. There is one more thing over here which is called negate. So whatever value you get, we can reverse the value. Okay, here so you are seeing it as false, right? I can make it as true. How can I do that? I'll use the negate function on the predicate. I just need to call this, okay, after chaining. You can see until here it was always giving me false. After this it will give me true. Now if I run this condition, it gives me true. Although 11 is not divisible by 2, but 11 is greater than by 5. Okay, it is false. As per the AND condition, it is false because both the conditions are not satisfied. But since we are using negate, the whatever false we are getting till here, it becomes as true. Suppose now if I make this as 10, now our number is divisible by 2 and it is also greater than 5. In this till here it should this, and if you apply AND condition between both the predicate functions, it should give me true. But since we are using a negate over here, the condition becomes false now. You can see it over here. It becomes false. Okay. Now let us go over to the next method, which is OR. Okay. So one of the condition, if among both the predicate conditions, if one of the condition is satisfied, we need to return true. How can we do that? Instead of AND, we will use OR. Okay. What I'll do is I'll make this as 11. Now as per the code, 11 is not divisible by 2, but it is greater than 5. So here what is happening, this condition is false, but this is true. But we are using an OR to do a chaining between both the predicates. If we look over the result of both the predicates after getting chained, we can see the condition is true here. It returns true. So to summarize this, we have a predicate which is a functional interface which takes any type of argument and it has exactly one abstract method in it. You can pass that argument, write whatever condition you want to do, evaluate the condition, return a boolean value, then do rest of the logic whatever you want to write. Among that, there are several different default methods. You can chain the predicate functions using 3 different ways. One is these are something like related to logical operators. One is AND, the other one is negate, the other one is OR. So this cover ups the predicate, how in real life, when it comes to coding, how we can use predicate functions in our coding. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.